pre-trip inspection inside the cabin. The first thing which we will inspect inside the cabin, that is the seat belt. My seat belt is not cut, no broken, no damage. It's not turned. It's properly mounted and secured with in the truck inside the cabin, on all the three sides, on the front, on the top and the bottom, and with the seat. It's we can latch the seat belt properly. It's holding good. We will release the seat belt. It's released, and we will latch it again, and it's holding good. On my left side there is a window. The window is properly mounted and secured with the door, with the rubber seat around it. The rubber seat is no abrasion, no bulges, no cut, and the mirror and the glass inside is moving up and down properly with, and I can move the glass with the window handle, and it's working properly. On my left side, the mirror is properly mounted and secured with the bracket, and the bracket itself is properly mounted and secured to the door, and the glass and the mirror itself is properly mounted and secured with the mirror is properly mounted and secured with the bracket, and there is no illegal sticker on the mirror, so that they can block my vision, and it's properly adjusted to me. At the front, the windshield is properly mounted and secured with the truck. It's not chipped, no crack, no damage, and it's not. And the rubber seal around it, the rubber seal is not a brand, no cut, no broken, and it's no abrasion, no bulges, no cut. Now we will inspect the windshield wiper arms that are properly mounted and secured to the truck, and windshield wiper blades. The blades are properly mounted and secured to the arms, and they are properly attached to the windshield. Inside the cabin, and when we will inspect the floor, there is nothing. My floor is clean and clear, and no objects on it that can block my foot for the accelerator and the service brake. No, the floor is free of oil and grease. Now we will inspect the emergency devices inside the cabin. Under the passenger side seat, there are the red colored box. That red colored box is properly mounted and secured to the floor. The three red colored triangles are in it that are clean and that are clean. Under my passengers, under my seat, driver side seat, there is a fire extinguisher that is properly mounted and secured to the floor. The fire extinguisher is fully charged, and the protection pill in place. Under my glove box, there are the free spare electrical fuses are in it. Spare electrical fuses are in it. Now we will inspect the turn signals. For that thing, we will on the ignition. The first thing after on the ignition, the first thing which we will inspect, that is the ABS brake. My ABS brake is on and now it's off. It means that my ABS brake is working properly. We will check the turn signals, right side signal, left side signal, four-way pressure lights, all are working properly. We will on the headlights. The headlights, we will on the high beam. We will on the high beam. The blue color light on the dashboard indicates my high beam is working properly. Now we will inspect the Now we will inspect um, the wipers. Or we will on the wipers, low speed, high speed. We will windshield fluid is working properly. We will off the wipers, and we will inspect the city horn. My city horn is working properly. We will we'll put the for to check the defroster. We will put it into the position of combination position on the fan. Thermostat is working properly, and we'll check with the hand on the front and the top and the bottom. It's working properly, and we will off the defroster. Now now we will inspect the mm, uh, my governor cutout. For that thing, we will on the we will on the we will start the truck, and once my system will be fully charged, my governor will cut out, and governor will sneeze. It means my governor is working properly. So we will wait until the governor will sneeze, and the most approximately the operating range is 120 psi. So we will wait till the system is reaching to the 120 psi, and my governor will sneeze, and the governor will cut out. Okay, my governor sneeze. It means my governor cutout. Governor is working properly. We will off the truck. We will on the ignition. We will off the on the ignition. Release the parking brakes, push and hold the service brake, and wait for the 1 minute. Now we will wait for, now my system is stabilized, and now we will wait for the 1 minute and check that either my how much psi it will lose. I have passed the 1 minute, and I never lose the more than 4 psi. It means that my air leak test is passed, and it's not it's working properly. There is no leakage in the air system. So now we will inspect the low pressure warning devices. When the system will be lower than the 60 psi, my buzzer and the red color light in the dashboard will on. For that thing, we will start pumping the service brake and lower down the pressure in the system. Okay, now you can see that my system red color and buzzer is on, and now it means that my low pressure warning devices are working properly. To check the emergency brake test, emergency brake of tractor and trailer, we will keep pumping the service brake, and we will keep pumping the service brake, and when the pressure will be approximately 20 psi, it should be my emergency brake of tractor and trailer will uplift. Okay, now my emergency brake of the emergency parking brake of tractor and trailer came out. It means my parking brakes of truck emergency parking brake of truck and trailer is working properly. Okay, now we will start the truck to inspect the parking brake of truck and trailer. My buzzer is off now. We will inspect the gauges on the dashboard. The first thing, that is the temperature of the transmission fluid. That is normal operating range is between 150 to 200 Fahrenheit degree, and the water temperature is between 150 to 170 degree Fahrenheit. The oil temperature is between 50 to 90 psi. The RPM gauge is we will give the race and check the RPM needle is working up and moving up and down. It means it is working properly. The speedometer we will inspect when we move the truck to check the service brake, and at the 5 miles per hour, and we will inspect that when at that time the normal volts range is between 12 to 15 psi. My fuel gauge is half of the tank. It means my fuel gauge is working properly. The air, there are two air systems: primary air brakes, primary air brake, and secondary air brake. The normal operating range is 120 psi. So now we will leave the we will wait. We will wait till my system is fully charged. So then we will inspect the parking brake of the truck. For that thing, we will release the parking brake of the trailer and try to move the truck, put it into the drive, and we will move the truck. My governor sneeze. It means my system is fully charged. Now we will leave the parking brake of the truck and release the parking brake of the trailer. Put it into the drive. Move the truck my truck is not moving, it means that my parking brake of the truck is working properly. We will release the parking brake of the truck, apply the parking brake of the trailer, try to move the truck. My truck is not moving, so it means my parking brake of the trailer is working properly. We will release both the parking brakes and we will hold the apply the handbrake. Try to move the truck. The truck is not moving. My handbrake is working properly. We will apply the brakes, and now we will wait until the system will be fully charged. My governor is sneezed. Now my system is fully charged. Now we will release the parking brake of the truck and trailer, put it into drive, and drive the truck for 5 miles per hour, and then apply the service brake, and we will move the truck, apply the brake. My brakes are working properly. The adjustment of the brakes are working, are good, and the truck is not leaning at any one of the side, left or right. The suspension of the truck is good. I have done the pre-trip inspection inside the cabin. Now I am ready for the next step according to the instruction of the instructor. Thank you.